It's a happy shiny day here at PNHQ, just as well really, because I have lots to do on that car. My car! Yes! These much nicer seats are going to come out of this car and go into mine. I want to get Project Waster up for sale. Ugh, I just banged my head. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I finished doing this kind of thing. Unfortunately, it does look a bit like somebody's already had a go of taking this seat out. Still managed it though. So far, I'm having more fun than you could possibly imagine with Project Steve here, because, well, just because I am. It's frustrating but fun. Bit like eating an ice cream with toothache. Looks a bit of a mess in here, doesn't it? But hopefully I've figured out how to fix this car once and for all. A bit unlikely, isn't it? Well, after lots and lots of frustration, I may have just got to the bottom of what one of the problems was. The actual controller unit itself on the old one seems to have been doing some strange things, which is very, very unlikely. In fact, I don't even believe that was the problem, but the old one wasn't moving the motor for the airflow, and this one is. So it's just a very, very unusual diagnosis, but a diagnosis all the same. Oh, by the way, I suppose you could say that this is Project Steve Part 10. Richard will be pleased, and you should give me a call, Richard, at some point, because since I broke my phone I haven't got your number. I'm having to edit over this part because there was music playing in the background, and that's basically copyright music, and I wasn't even playing it, it was in the lockup next door, so that's a bit annoying, but I wasn't saying anything important anyway. Best time to do a proper good vacuuming session. Anyway, yeah, so all these bits are now going back in the car, just in time for my back to give up on me, so that's all good news. Don't sound so negative. Come on, chappie, you've got some leather seats now. Come on, cheer up, fella. Have a cup of tea. Knobs. Hey, hang on, is that one different? No, it's not. It's the same. I think it's the same anyway. But it's not fitting in the hole. Why is it not fitting? Yes. This time I must remember to plug everything in, because when I took this centre console out before, I missed off the door lock, which is annoying because when you're trying to pull these pins up, they're really quite awkward to actually grab hold of, and then you have to turn the engine off for the doors to unlock otherwise. Well, at least you're not actually properly trapped like some people have believed I've done. I think Project Steve deserves a wash now. Now it's got its new interior. Well, at 4:45, I guess it's probably nearly time to start thinking about going home. If only I wasn't just about to have myself a lovely pasty and another cup of tea. Project Steve is basically almost a different car to what it used to be, yet there's so much more to do. It is all a matter of perspective, because you look at it in some ways and it looks fantastic, and in other ways not so fantastic. Still got its scuffs and its dents down the side there, and the rear bumper hanging off a little bit, but it's not drastic. Well, it depends on your perspective again. Those wheels really make a difference. And to think, these wheels came off another car called Project Mick, and they were black when I picked them up. I don't mean painted black, I mean, well, painted with dirt, brake dust. They were filthy. It took about an hour to clean each one. They certainly look a lot better than steel wheels. I really quite like these chrome mirror caps as an addition to the leather interior, of course. Much more comfortable than the other seats. And those are the seats that are going in the other car, which is going to be for sale at a not a ridiculous price either. Red caps on the grey car. I actually think it suits it. Kind of reminds me of a boxer's ears. Those new discoveries remind me of a particular British actor, a very posh British actor. I can't remember his name, but he had a kind of wonky face. And I know he died when he was only about 40. Having these leather seats in this car makes it feel a bit more special, a bit more rovery. Now, I have some vegetarian friends and even one vegan friend, and I wonder what their opinion is on leather seats. Because I think in some ways the poor moo cow that these seats came from have been long gone by now. So the best thing to do is to look after them. Wood, leather, chrome, that's what Rovers were all about, and that kind of disappeared into the late 90s. And then they brought it all back with the Rover 75, and I wonder whether part of the success of the Rover 75 is having all that lovely stuff back instead of it just being grey plastic everywhere. But then the 45 on this model in particular, it all went away again. So the only chrome bits around the vents, no wood, often no leather. So to bring a bit of it back, I think, just makes it feel much more like a proper car smell. My dad's Rover P5B, the Rover P5B V8, I had a test driving, and every time he opens up the garage you just smell the car. It's wood, it's leather. You don't really smell chrome so much, but oil vapour and petrol and all these things mixed together, it just makes it feel really, I don't know, like a proper driver's car. And it isn't really. I mean, it's a big lollopy thing that's not even that easy to drive and not very quick. But that smells for you. Smells and what things look like opposed to what they actually are. Perception again. A different kind of perception. Your perception of this perception, etc. Anyway, that's enough rambling on for me. I'm going to... oh look, there's a dog over there. You can't actually smell the leather in these seats because they're, I don't know, they're quite nice and soft, but maybe I need some leather conditioner on them. And the wood's fake, and there's no smell of petrol because it's diesel. So the only thing I can smell quite significantly is vinegar, because I used a bit of bathroom sealant on the underneath the aerial to try and stop the water leaking in from the roof up there. But that vinegary smell will go away. So after a while, at least, it won't smell like a gorilla's armpit.